Nations for Peace University, UPeace. United Nations for Peace University, UPeace.
Distinguished delegates, esteemed guests, and most importantly, as Steve mentioned, the remarkable graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. A good, bright afternoon. On behalf of the United Nations University for Peace, UPeace, it's my profound honor to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you gathered here today in Mogadishu. Welcome to the third graduation ceremony of UPeace Somalia program under the auspice of Africa Regional Program. Today is not just another day. It is a milestone, a celebration of wisdom, a festival of achievements, and a testament of the lasting peace we enthusiastically advocate and embody. Let's lighten our hearts with a simple truth. Today is a day of joy, the culmination of hard work, and the beginning of a journey that extends well beyond the walls of academia. Feel the weight of your achievements and let the lightness of your aspirations carry you forward. A special thanks is due to our distinguished guests from the federal government of Somalia, ministers, Minister of Trade and Commerce, the honorable ministers, the United Nations Special Representative of the Secretary General, and our honored ambassadors of the European Union, African Union, Italy, and representative of Qatar. To all diplomatic corps, members of civil society, academic communities, and Union of Somali Universities, your presence today amplifies the significance of our collective mission, a peaceful world through education. UPeace is the only institution within the United Nations system mandate. UPeace's unique attributes lie in its specialized United Nations mandate, global community, interdisciplinary curriculum, commitment to practical learning, and emphasis on sustainable development. I extend a heartfelt welcome to Professor Francisco Rojas Aravina, Rector of UPeace, Professor Samuel Kaleyusi, Director of the Africa Regional Program, Ambassador David Fernandez Cuyana, our Ambassador and Permanent Observer of the United Nations University for Peace to the United Nations Office in Geneva, and Permanent Delegate of UPeace to the UNESCO Headquarters in Paris. His Royal Highness Muzamil Bukumen of Bunamumba, Chiefdom of Busuga Kingdom from Uganda, Mr. Sri Kinyeri, our country representative in Uganda, and Dr. Mohammed Abdinur Daher, country representative in Kenya. Your vision and guidance are invaluable a day like today. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to draw to your attention, and in his absence, due to unexpected and indispensable official commitments, we recognize the substantial contribution of Dr. Mohammed Osman, our esteemed UPeace regional representative for the Middle East, Eastern and Southern Africa regions. Dr. Mahmoud's pivotal efforts have been instrumental in establishing the presence of the University for Peace in Somalia. Let us express our profound appreciation for Dr. Mohammed Osman with a resounding round of applause, please. Let's also recognize Qatar Charity, represented by the country manager, Mr. Abdul Fattah Adam, for their generous support in nurturing future leaders through the Dr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud Presidential PhD Scholarship Scheme here in Somalia. Mr. Abdul Fattah, please stand and let him give a big round of applause for Abdul Fattah. Today, we are privileged to have among us Dr. Mohammed Dile, the esteemed President of the Union of Somali Universities. Your leadership lights the path for academic excellence in our nation. Dr. Dile, please stand. I would also like to extend our deepest respect and admiration to Professor Ali Sheikh Ahmed Abu Bakr, warmly regarded as the father of higher education in Somalia. Professor Ali, your steadfast dedication to fostering enlightenment serves as a light of hope, of inspiration for all of us. As one of the esteemed founders of Mogadishu University, Professor Ali honorably led the institution of its inaugural president for nearly 2 decades. And currently, he is at the helm of the that Foundation, diligently working at the grassroots level to conduct research aimed to understanding peace and conflict dynamics in East Africa. To our cherished students, the bright minds of today and the leaders of tomorrow, this day is yours. Your families, friends, and the dedicated faculty of administration of UPs, we are here to share in your victory. As we celebrate the graduation in our current cohort on this International Day of Education, 24th of January, assigned by the United Nations, let's remember that education is the cornerstone of lasting peace. This year's theme, Education and Long-Lasting Peace, resonates deeply with our mission of UPs. With pride, I share the impressive numbers that speak loudly of our journey. A legacy that began with 76 master graduates from the first cohort since the UP's Somalia program under the auspices of Africa Regional Program was established in 2018. Last year, additional 140 master's degree, and for the first time, 18 PhD pioneers graduated, among them the current President in office of the Federal Republic of Somalia, Dr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud. Our cohort, recent cohort today, the graduates today, we are 73 masters and 10 PhD visionaries. In the spirit of recognition and gratitude, I commend our UPC students' graduation organizing ceremony, as well as our students working with the ensemble for their selfless organization of this grand event. Your dedication has transformed this venue, into a sanctuary of celebration and hope. As we draw to the convocation to start, I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone here today. Your journey here, whether through the hallowed halls of academia or the intricate pathways of diplomatic endeavors, reflects a shared commitment to peace, knowledge, and the unwavering spirit of human resilience.
To the platform for his remarks, the director of the UPeace Africa program, Professor Samuel Awisi.
Distinguished guests, the SRSG, the European Union Ambassador, all members of the diplomatic corps, rectors and presidents of universities in Somalia, graduates, parents, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here to celebrate education. Today we are here to celebrate a good number of students who have gone through a process. And this process has been midwifed by UPeace. I want to start off by thanking the Rector of University of Peace, Dr. Francisco Rojas Aravena, who traveled for about 24 hours from Central America to attend the third graduation ceremony and for coming to Somalia for the second time. I want to also thank our ambassador to international organizations in Geneva, Ambassador David Puyana Fernandez, for making it to Somalia for the first time. This is quite significant because a couple of years ago, many Somalis had to leave the country to do postgraduate studies. It is an amazing thing today that you find other Africans actually coming to Somalia to graduate. That is testimony to the improvements that have been made in Somalia over the past 4 years, and UPeace has been part of that journey. Today we're celebrating education because Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most important weapon to bring about change in the world. From UPeace, we're using education to bring transformation in Somalia, in Africa, and in the world. A couple of years ago, it would have been difficult to hear that people come to Somalia to study. A couple of years ago, it would have been difficult for people to visit Somalia. The video you have just watched reflects a society that is evolving, that is transforming, and that is developing. In our first class in UPeace in 2018, I did indicate that Somalia may not necessarily need absolute peace, because there is no absolute peace in most of the countries in the world. Some will refer Somalia as the Afghanistan of Africa. That's absolutely not true. A couple of times visiting Somalia, some of us have ventured into town and we realize people live normal lives. People go to school, children go to school, people do businesses, and people just go about their normal lives. That is not the story that is out of this country. Somalia is such a beautiful place. We've had the opportunity to visit Lido Beach. We saw people dancing to music in the evenings. And like I always said, more people die in Chicago every day more than the war that takes place in Somalia. But nobody says there's a war in America. People want to go to America. Consequently, our holding the graduation of the UPeace program, where you have students from Cameroon, students from Zambia, and of course a student graduating with a PhD coming right from India. This is testimony to the fact that Somalia is a totally different place today. We are celebrating education because today is the United Nations Education Day. And this means we acknowledge education's pivotal role in securing lasting peace. As someone said, superiority between individuals depends on who owns what. But superiority between nations depends on who knows what. We are building a very sustainable country. We're building a strong country using education. Someone once said again, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Ignorance and illiteracy are more expensive than education. And with regards to the expenditure for education, Somalia benefits from a very special status, especially after the signing of the instrument of accession by President Hassan Sheikh in New York, and that gives an immediate 30% reduction of fees to Somali students. As we embark on this new chapter, it is imperative to understand that our collective mission, the mission of UPeace, extends beyond our institutional boundaries, reaching into the communities where our knowledge, expertise, and values are most needed. In this light, I emphasize the importance of continued collaboration and partnership among all institutions present today, and I'm happy to acknowledge the presence of the President of the Somali Union of Universities. Consequently, in Somalia, UPeace Africa program has collaborated, not only in Somalia, but in the continent, with the African Union, in the Great Green Wall Initiative, and UPeace provided the first 6,000 trees to support President Hassan Sheikh's program to green Somalia. Thank you for your presence, your support, and your dedication to our shared mission. Thank you to the students for going through our very rigorous program. Thank you to the friends and family members who have had to endure the absence of their relatives while they were studying. Thank you for coming to support them in the final phase of their journey. We have trained you well. We shall be providing you with certificates, but that is just the beginning of your academic and professional journey. For those who are graduating with a PhD today and who have decided to get into the academia, we would expect you to publish. We would expect you to do community service. We would expect you to produce knowledge that informs policy, that informs decisions, and that assists in development. Thank you very much, and we look forward to working with you, and welcome to the UPeace alumni. Thank you.
We would now like to invite the rector of UPeace, who very valiantly just arrived in Mogadishu from Costa Rica. I made that journey in the reverse last year. It's quite a task. May we welcome the rector, Dr. Francisco Aravina, to give us our keynote speech.
As a rector of the United Nations University for Peace, on behalf of our global community, extend our gratitude to everyone who has contributed to this graduation. It's quite important. It's marked an important development for the UPs and for Somalia. I am very proud to be here again. Thank you very much for inviting me. Congratulations for all of graduates. Honorable Government Minister of Education, Commerce and Information, esteemed United Nations Secretary General Representative here, respected Ambassador from the European Union, Italy, Republic of China, State of Qatar, African Union, and other members of the diplomatic corps and representatives of international organizations, civil societies, and fellows academics from universities across Somalia. Thank you for being here. Thank you, all distinguished guests. In particular, I'd like to congratulate Samuel Elwis, Mohammed Youssef, and all the colleagues of UPS Somalia. Thank you also the Ambassador Fernandez Puyana, our representative in Geneva. Today, as we stand here of the hangar of Eden Abdullah International Airport, we celebrate the academic achievement of our scholars and the transformative power of education. As Samuel said 1 minute ago, Mandela said and reaffirmed day by day, quote, education is the most powerful weapon and you can use to change the world. We must to maintain in our hands this specific tool for change the world. We are here to mark the third graduation of students from the UP's Africa program, which promotes the Central UP's mission of pursuing peace through learning. This auspicious day also coincides with the International Day of Education, ensuring hope for learning for lasting peace, a theme that perfectly aligns with the mission of the University for Peace. Today, the University for Peace is a truly global entity. We operate on 4 continents and educate talents and leaders for peace in 12 cities around the world, from Beijing to Mogadishu, from Honduras to Belgrade, from Filipinas to Venezuela, from Turin to the Middle East. We train and educate professionals, diplomats in various parts of the world in the field of conflict transformation, mediation, better understanding the United Nations and the multilateral system. Our activities focus on peace education. We analyze how different impacts of the environmental affect peace, how violation of international law have an impact on the increasingly conflict, and how, given the current state affairs, education for peace play a vital role. Today, as the world advancing and the peace effort are weak, we must to demand and recover a global peace. We must to continue to educate future leaders for peace. Without them, peace will be even more elusive. In time of war, there is not possibility to exercise any rights. The basic principles of human rights are violated, with particularly devastation for women and children. Without peace, there is no stability. Without peace, there is no development. Without education, there is neither peace, nor stability, nor sustainable development. Peace requires that wars replace violence. Education teach peaceful and non-violent coexistence. Facing today great challenge, such as the atomic risk as an important risk, the danger of the Anthropocene referred to the environmental problem, the widespread malnutrition and hunger, among others, require accurate and effective information at a time when misinformation is becoming increasingly present and powerful. Only through education we can overcome fear and mistrust. UPS teach its students and participants to analyze the root causes of conflict and their transformation alternatives. The UP's Mogadishu campus has remained central in the higher education on peace studies in Somalia and the East Africa region. It's more than an academic institution. It's credible and nurturing leader and decision maker in peace and peace building, as evidenced by our diverse student body that includes members of the Somali government and the parliament. Also, we train police, civil servants, international contributors for peace and development in Somalia. Today, we proudly acknowledge the academic journey with 72 master graduates and 10 exceptional PhD graduates who perceive and dedication symbolize hope and commitment to the cause of peace and development. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge you and your families. Congratulate all those who support you during this time of your study and work. That support allows you to make a special journey. They should be thanked effectively. Give some important applause for your families, your spouse, your brothers, your children for achieving this moment. We are gathered in the presence of estimated representatives and dignitaries and extend my deepest gratitude to all of you for your unwavering support. Special acknowledgments for His Excellency Dr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, President Somalia, and the UP's Somalia graduates for his invaluable commitment to transform Somalia and testament to the power of the leadership and vision to steering nation toward progress and stability. Somalia recent accomplishments are light hope in our collective journey toward lasting peace and sustainable development. The Somali integration into the East African community, the monumental success of the heavy in-depth poor country initiatives and the initiative taking response to the climate-induced disaster and the milestone for diverse of our collective commandment. Furthermore, the lifting of arms embargo by the Security Council acknowledged the significant strides made in the fight against the terrorism and in the national security and peace-building efforts. As you peace, our curriculum is meticulously designed to a mirror of bolster through advancement. Our master's degree and doctoral programs are tailored to address the most pressing global and local challenge, equipping our graduates with the knowledge and skill and lead and innovative in their respective fields. The Dr. Hassan Sheikh Mohammed Presidential PhD Scholarship Program, supported by the Qatar Charity in Somalia, is a prime example for our commitment to fostering academic excellence and nurturing future talents and leaders for the prosperity in Somalia and the region. In 2023, our delegates made significant contribution on the international stage, addressing a critical issue in the 5th United Nations Conference on the Last Development Countries and the COP28, underscoring our dedication to global peace, climate action, and sustainable development. This reflects our commitment to preventing climate disaster and reforestation initiative for the Green Somalia is also deserves great recognition. As we celebrate this momentous occasion, I extend my heart gratitude to the students and the faculty of the UPIS. Your dedication, your resilience, and pursuing the excellence are driving force behind our achievement and the promise of bright and more faithful future. The UP's commitment to Somalia peace-building process is unwavering. Through education, rich and collaborative initiatives, we are dedicated to contributing to the nation's journey toward peace, stability, and prosperity. On this International Day of Education, let us reiterate our commitment to harnessing the power and learning for the lasting peace. Let us to continue empower minds, foster understanding, and cultivate collaboration. For it's through this endeavor we can hope to build a world where peace prevails and humanity thrives. Today, as we commemorate the International Day of Education, we are reminded of all of education play in achievement the lasting peace. This year, the theme of learning lasting peace resonance with the core of the mission of the UPs and underscore the vital of education as a cornerstone of peace, development, and sustainability. While we have significant strive globally with UNESCO Institute for Statistics revealed that more than 86% of the world population is not literate. No, excuse me, is now literate, compared with only the 68% in 1979. But we must acknowledge the challenge that remains. At least 763 million of adults with lack skill in literal skills, with 2/3 of them being women, and the alarming 100 million children are not able to acquire fundamental literal skills. In South Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa, the situation is particularly dire. The legacy of war, insufficient infrastructure, and recurrent drought contribute to some of the lowest literacy rate in the world. According with the 2022 data of the UNICEF, about third-quarter of adults in the region cannot read and write, and 1 of 4 children is not attending the school. These are not just numbers. They are call us for action. As we stand on the cusp of the new era, it's essential to recognize that our collective journey does not end here. It extends beyond the walls of this institution to the communities where our knowledge, skills, values are most needed. In this regard, I would like to emphasize the importance of continued collaboration and partnership among stakeholders present here today. On that note, I salute the UP's Africa program for extending the frontier of education platform of the East African region. We continue to pursue more countries in the region to access the international agreement to establish the University for Peace. We are laying discussion with the government of Uganda to accede to the instrument and enter into the whole agreement of the peace. I want to thank our African program for those strides. The community is aware the contribution of the UPs make in terms of the community transformation in the locals where are present, and our cultural leader who has granted UPs with 50 acres of land to establish UPs campus in Uganda. Thank you very much. This is a crucial step for the future the UPs here in Africa and particularly in Uganda. I like to thank especially His Royal Highness Buke Mune, the Nankumumba and Munakumba Chiefdom in Musana Kingdom from Uganda. Visionary leadership and indeed express leadership values in all levels. We thank the Chiefdom for that generous offer. Our Uganda program will soon take over the strong collaboration with all the Makerere University Business School. I'd like to congratulate Sam Ellis for their leadership in achieving this perfectly. It is with this context that the role of the UP's graduate became even more significant. As a graduate, as an ambassador for peace and development, you carry the new light of knowledge and power to affect the change. I urge you to be a channel of education and insight you for gaining their goals, improving literacy and education opportunities, not only with Somalia, but also across the globe. Your contribution can be transformed lives, communities, and pave way to more peaceful literary world. Remember, every individual empowered through education is a step toward a more informed, faithful, and prosperous society. Let this be your mission to contribute the legacy of the peace and your personal commitment to the noble cause of lasting peace through education. Our esteemed guests and dignitaries, your present significant and united commitment to education, peace and development. It is testament of the power of collective action and shared vision. Together, we can amplify the impact of our graduates, supporting them and they apply their learning to real and effective changes in your society. Moreover, let us know the dynamic of the landscape education and peace building. The world is rapidly evolving, so must our approach to education with conflict resolution. The UP's commitment to adapting with evolving ensure to our program to remain relevant, innovative, and impactful. We pray to continue to reach and engage in critical discourse and foster environmental with ideas can flourish and solutions can emerge. At UPeace, we are working in the field of innovation for peace. This demand for peace means working for peace through new, innovative approach. In closing, I call upon each of one of you to carry forward the spirit of today's celebration. Let this day not only a milestone for our graduates, but also a catalytic for renewed dedication in our shared goals. Let us forge ahead with the residents' creative and deep sense commitment to build a world where peace is not merely an aspiration, but a lived reality for all. Thank you once again for your presence, your support, your commitment with the noble cause of peace through education. Together, we are shaping a future that is possible to demand our imagination and hard work through education for peace and non-violence, and its application in a specific and innovative will be moved toward a more sustainable peace for all. Together, we are UPeace. Congratulations to all of our graduates, and may your journey be filled with growth, impact, and enduring contribution to peace and development. If we want peace, we must work for peace. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Oliveira, and for that closing mantra, which I think is so powerful. If you want peace, work for peace. Thank you, Doctor. I would like to invite the person who is the head of the United Nations Assistance Mission in Somalia.
And this is what we lead to the students. On behalf of the whole United Nations family in Somalia, it gives me huge pleasure to join you today on this momentous occasion, the graduation of the third cohort of Somali students from the University of Peace. I offer my warm and sincere congratulations to each and every one of you. I know personally some of the graduates from the University of Peace, and some of them working with us at the United Nations. So I know how valued these degrees are. As we have heard, this is the only tertiary institution mandated exclusively to deliver peace education, and that has particular relevance here in Somalia. But I think the fact that your own president, the current president, is a graduate of the university says it all. And it was very inspiring to hear and see his PhD recently. So just a few words of reflections. A lot of international partners, including the United Nations, focus very much on basic education, primary and secondary. And of course, that's hugely important. It creates the foundation. But I was actually tasked in my own government to do a review of higher education. And of course, no country can really get to where it wants to be in the world economy today without a thriving and very good higher education sector. So
daba si aad uga qayb qaadato barnaamijyada ka baxaya telefishinka SMS waxaad nagala soo xiriiri kartaa nambarka gaaban ee 436 adoo markaa ka dooranaya nambarka koowaad waxa kale oo aad barnaamijyada wararka telefishinka SMS aad ka soo wici kartaa aaladda Skype-ka meel kasta oo caalamka ka joogtid adiga oo markaasi si toos ah oo muuqaal ah uga qayb qaadan doona
shirkadda Hormuud Telecom waxay macaamiisheeda u samaysay qiimo dhimis ballaaran xirmooyinka internetka iyo kaarka ku hadalka ee adeega Anfac Plus xirmada cusub ee 25 senti waxa laga dhigay 400 MB iyo 10 daqiiqo oo ku hadalka gudaha ah halka xirmada 0.5 kana laga dhigay 850 MB iyo 30 daqiiqo oo ku hadalka gudaha ah xirmada $1 waxa laga dhigay 2 GB oo internet data ah 100 daqiiqo oo ku hadalka gudaha ah iyo 50 fariin qoraaleed $2 waxaad ku heli kartaa 5 GB oo data ah 200 oo daqiiqo oo ku hadalka gudaha ah iyo 100 fariin qoraaleed $5 waxaad ku heli kartaa 12 GB 500 oo daqiiqo oo ku hadalka gudaha ah iyo 150 fariin qoraaleed $10 waxaad ku heli kartaa 28 GB oo internet data ah 1000 daqiiqo oo ku hadalka gudaha ah 2 daqiiqo oo dibadda ah iyo 300 oo fariin qoraaleed ah ugu shubo EVC Plus-kaaga xidig 724 xidig nambarka xidig lacagta 4 gees ama kaarka ku hadalka xidig 126 4 gees kadibna raac tilmaamaha
farmaajo inuu runtii ku taamayay in Ethiopia dekada badan siiyo
iyo mandate-kii la doortay wuu dhamaaday doorashadiisii oo xilli dhaaftay buu ku jiraa in lala fadhiisto oo heshiis lala galo ayaa khalada
maxamedin muddo yaro istanto period oo farmaajada shaqaynayay ayuu horta xamar joogay kowle garanna maayo exactly feelingka iyo perceptionka dadku siday wax u kala qabaan waxa weeye xaqiiqada meesha taala waxa weeye waa la kala bogsaday
lama kala bogsanin shacabku dadka runtii waxa lagu hayaa caburin
aad baan runtii u faraxsanahay waxaan aaminsanahay inay wax weyn noo soo kordheen haddaan nahay reer Somaliland
Oromo iyo Ethiopia way dabaaldegaysaa Soomaalina meelay joogtaba weer bay xidhatay
failure-kuna wuxuu ka yimi waa koonfurta
xasan sheekh maxamuud oo madaxweynaha Soomaaliya ayaa runtii xitaa inuu hor fadhiista ay hoos u dhac ku tahay
Muuse Biixina xilligiisa ma dhammaan guurtida oo dastuurka ku dhisan qaab ayaa u kordhisay 2 sanadood waanu geli karaa heshiis waanu saxiixi karaa
araba su'aasha meesha taala waxay tahay waxa soo kale dhan la isku ma haysto waxa la isku haystaa 20 kiiloomitir ee uu ku wareejiyay Muuse Biixi muxuu ahaa xukuumadii ay ku wareejiyeen Abi Ahmed sharci ahaan markaad sharciga caalamka fiiriso waa mid la isku haysto sharciga caalamka marka aad eegto internationally wadan aan adduunka aqoonsi ka haysanin awoodaas ma yeelan karaa way su'aashu
Somaliland waa de facto state hada Soomaad garan the jury ma aha oo aqoonsi ma haysato laakiin waa de facto state maamulo xuduudiisa state doorashooyin qabtay state maamul ka wada shaqeeya dhulkiisa haysta waxa loo aqoonsan yahay inuu yahay de facto state haddaan timaado xamar amba farmaajo ha noqoto amba Cabdullaahi Yuusuf ha noqoto amba Xasan Sheekh ha noqoto waa gacan ku rimis
ibn Cabdalle arrinkaa wuu ka warwareegay laakiin xaqiiqada taala waxa weeyaan international law dawlad goboleed dawlad jirta heshiis lama geli karto muusana ma saxiixi karo حتى Somaliland baanu mandate ka haysanin oo waqtigii la doortay wuu dhamaaday way noogna xaaladda Somaliland ka jirta
heshiiskana runtii taa kama tagana waxa weeye Muuse Biixi waa madaxweynaha Somaliland waxaanu ognahay Somaliland iyo Soomaaliya inka 30 sanadood ayay kala maqnaayeen laftu markay jabto haddii la kabi waayo markiiba way kala bogsataa waxaan u arkaa runtii in la kala bogsaday 3 bilood ayaan dhawaan joogay Hargeysa oo aan tegay yani waxa weeye inanka xamar jooga maanta 70% waa dhalinyaro ka Hargeysa 70% waa dhalinyaro inanka xamar jooga uma arko Hargeysa inay wadankiisa tahay wuxuu arkaa inay Somaliland tahay ka Hargeysa jooga sidoo kale wuxuu u arkaa in Somaliland wadankiisa tahay xamarna ay tahay wadan Soomaaliyeed oo kale taariikhiya waa heshiis runtii maanta albaabka u furaya sidii ay ummadda Soomaaliyeed iyo ummadda Ethiopia ay runtii u wada noolaan lahaayeen waqtigan casriga ah ay si fiican wax wada qabsan lahaayeen horta anigu waxaan u arkaa heshiiskan inuu yahay baritana dawladda federaalka in la geli karto heshiis noocaasa waxaynu arkaynay farmaajo inuu runtii ku taamayay in Ethiopia dekada badan siiyo
hadalka Cabdullaahi Xaaji Cali oo runtii wuxuu ku bilaabay Cabdalle wuxuu yiri waxa Soomaaliya arrintan wada shaqeyn bay u soo kordhinaysaa iyo inay heshiisyo kala galaan arrinkaasi waaqaca wuu ka soo horjeedaa mana waafaqsana xiriirka la isu goynaya xaaladda waynu aragnaa diblomaasiyad runtii iyo dagaal siyaasadeed oo diblomaasiyadeed baa bilaabmay arrinkaasi waa arrin aan waxba ka jirin dhalinyarada xamar joogtaa ma oga inay Hargeysa ay isku dawlad yihiin ama isku dad yihiinna waxay ka soo horjeedaa iyaduna waxaynu maanta arkaynay indheheenu arkayaan waxa maanta Soomaali koone ilaa iyo koone laga kacay oo laga qiirooday oo laga dagaalamayaa in qayb dalka Soomaaliya kamida uu qaato dawlad kale oo dawladda Itoobiya ay qaadato ayay ka dagaalamayaan taasina runtii hadal aan meesha oolin weeye
failure-kuna wuxuu ka yimi waa koonfurta waxa weeye dawladihii kala dambeeyay xamar ka shaqaynayay ayaa runtii failure-kan ka yimi waayo mar qura tixgelin in qadiyadda Somaliland ay tahay muhiim lama saarin waxa lagu mashquulay maamul goboleed iyo gudahooda ku mashquuleen therefore waxa dhacday inay dadkii runtii kala fogaadaan Ethiopia markay tahay Ethiopia colaadayna soo dhex maray tartamo waxaan u arkaa mid saxa horta 20 kilomitir iyo heshiisku waxa weeye already Ethiopia waxay qayb ka ahayd dekada berbera oo DB World heshiiskeedii bay ku jirtay 19% ayaa la siiyay Ethiopia commercially waxa ganacsi ahaan waxay isticmaalaysaa dekada berbera tan kale badda ah ciidanka Ethiopia waxa weeye ciidanka Ethiopia badda wuu jiray Eritrea ayaa timi imanka badda Djibouti ayuu joogay amba deganaa amba Eritrea maanta haddii uu yimaado badda Somaliland waxa laalayo wax dhibaato ah oo aan anagu u arkaa ma jirte in waliba wax wada qabsi regional oo ka weyn inta in la raadiyaa baan anigu qabaa ummadan isku mid baynu nahay
war wixii danaha iyaga ah waanu u leenahay DB Wall iyo imaaraadkaanu la heshiino dekad weyn oo caalamiye noo dhiseen oo noo shaqeysa oo maalintii arrinta heshiiskaas Somaliland iyo imaaraadka carabta ay galeen wixii xamar ka dhacay loogayo aniga xasan oo garanaysaayeen Soomaaliya joogan senator ka ahaa oo midnimada Soomaaliya xilliga raadinayay anigu yaanu ku hungoonay barigii horena ku hungoonay imikana aanu nacnayno arkayna inaan wanaag ka soo jeedin imikana halkan taladeeda annagay naga godaa heshiiskaas aanu galay oo kale noqonaya adduunka indhihiisu waxba arkaan adduunka khiyaali loo sheegi maayo been loogu sheekayn maayo adduunka Soomaaliyana uu joogaa Somalilandna uu joogaa reality on the ground adduunku wuu og yahay waxa og yihiin waxay dawladda Soomaaliya cagahay ku taagantahay waxay qaban karto maaha dawlad adduunka sumcad fiican ku leh maaha dawlad dhulkii Soomaalida oo dhan wax laga weydiiyo iyadaa gacan bini aadan saaran oo la ilaaliyaa 3 sanadood dadkan iyaga dawladnimadooda haysta waxa ka maqan kaliya waa ictiraaf kanina waxa anaga noo jideynaysaa wado noogu furaysaa inaanu ictiraaf adduunkaanu in badan ka rajaynayna helno adduunkuna noo maqli maayo
arrinka ku saabsan 32 sanadood ayaanu la kala maqnaayo waa la kala bogsaday lama kala bogsanin shacabku dadka runtii waxa lagu hayaa caburin SNMT soo dagaalantay ee jabhadda ahayd xataa xeerkeeda iyo distoorkeedu ma ahayn in la kala go afduubay waxaan ahayd shacabku ilaa iyo hadda mare buluuga Hargeysa kuma dhaxidhan karaan waa lagu xirxiraa hadday dadku kala bogsadeen oo aan israbin maxaa xurriyatul qawl iyo dadka gabadh marac dirac buluuga sidata loo qabsadaa runtii dadku ma kala bogsan waxa laascaanood ka socdaynu ognahay calanka laga soo baxay baynu ognahay ummadda Soomaaliyeed ummad isku mid weeye waxaynu ogeyn in maalmahan Hargeysa ay ka jirtay arrintan u ahayd hordhac oo la leeyahay dadka reer Hargeysa ama dadka reer waqooyiga Isaaqa ama dirku waa Oromo la lahaa maantay caddaatay cid waliba ciday tahay markii la yiri badda Soomaaliya ama gobolada waqooyi baddooda qayb kamid ah Ethiopia la siinaya Oromo iyo Ethiopia way dabaaldegaysaa Soomaalina meelay joogtaba weer bay xidhatay dadka la rabay inay dhulkooda haystaana waa kuwa Seylac iyo Berbera degan baa dadkaasi u dagaalamayaan oo ay leeyihiin haysta dhulkiina lagama qaadayo ma bixinayaan ka walaalka ah halkaasay ka soo baxday iyo nin waliba cidda uu yahay runtii arrimahaasi waa arrimo iska caddaan ah
runtii heshiiskan waa heshiis taariikhi ah haddaan kuu sheego caawa hargeysa anagu joogaayo wacyiga halkan ka jira horta anagu dabaaldeg baanu ku jirnaa xasan oo adiga iyo dadka kale dhegeysanayaba reer Somaliland dabaaldeg bay ku jiraan oo anigu waxaan joogaa caawa caasimadan joogaa waxaanu ku jiraa ilaa xalay dabaaldeg baanu ku jiraa aad baanu runtii u faraxsanahay waxaanu aaminsanahay inay wax weyn noo soo kordheen haddaan nahay reer Somaliland sidaa waxaanu leeyahay horta qolada reer Muqdisho ama dawladda federaalka ah imaka magaca leh oo aan wanaag u rajaynayo waxaan xusuusinayaa marar badan oo horena aan ku iri ama dadkuba ogyihiin dad Soomaalida magaca Soomaali waa la wada leeyahay iyaguna ma laha anaguna ma lihiin magaca Soomaali intii magaca Soomaali markii horeba sheegin jirtay baa wada laakiin Soomaalidu kala dawladay noqotay kala danay noqotay shanta Soomaaliya wixii la oran jiray in la isla doono oo la isu geeyo halka laga qaribay horena looga qaribay laga xumeeyay imikana wali laga xumaynayo aanay dib isugu soo noqon doonin horta waa Muqdisho oo halka ay imika wali xumaanta iyo dhibaatada ummadda Soomaaliyeed halka doonana joogaan laga wado laakiin waxaan la yaabanahay waxa la qiiroodaa oo madaxda waliba reer Soomaaliya iyo siyaasiyiintoodu ay iska dhigaan dad Soomaalida jecel oo qiiraysan marka ay doonayaan inay annagana xumeeyaan ay annaga wax noo soo kordhaan bay horta qiiroodaanay Soomaaliya tooso iyo wixii aan hore ugu yiri ay horta ay kelmadaha ku celceliyaan Djibouti dawlad baa ka jirta madaxweyne Soomaaliya oo ayaa madaxweyne ka ah runtii Soomaaliya wixii loo jirana way ahayd runtii waanu ducaynaynaa waanu habalyeynaa way barwaaqaysay way nool yihiin si fiican bay u nool yihiin dawladoodina way haystaan Soomaalidii dawlad deegaanka Itoobiya ee kililka sanaadon aniguba wax ku leeyahayna iyaguna way ku barwaaqaysayeen waxaan aaminsanahay uma calacalayaan maanta inay dagaalkii 77 iyo wixii berigii qaladkii la aaminsanaayay leeyahay Soomaaliya dib loo isugu keenaya inuu arrinkaasi guul daraystay waxaan u maleynayaa maanta ma qoomameynayaan oo waxay arkayaan waxay ka badbaadeen iyo burburka iyo kala xumada Muqdisho taalay ka badbaadeen bay arkayaan baan isleeyahay
We are announcing the other graduates which are not with us here for various reasons that they could not reach and join us today. Dr. Casey Stevens, the doctorate graduates, would you like to join us please on the stage? Thank you. I have the honor to pronounce also Dr. Guled Salah Bare. Dr. Hassan Nur Warsame has just joined us. Please welcome Dr. Hassan Nur Warsame. I'm afraid he's not with us this afternoon. And Dr. Casey Stevens, I think we pronounced. That's the awards for the doctorate at the University for Peace, New Peace, for this afternoon. Congratulations, dear doctors. You may go and sit now. Thank you. We are now proceeding with the Master of Arts Awards. The Master of Arts Award with the Master of Arts Award for the Master Program of Disaster Resilience Leadership and Humanitarian Action. Hashim Ahmed Ali. Hassan Muhammad Habibullah. Ikhlas Sheikh Omar Ibrahim. Imadi Abdulaziz Muhammad. Qasim Osman Saeed. Muhammad Abdul Karim Haji Abdi. Mustafa Saeed Hussein. Nim'u Ayan Hassan Abdullah. Theo Rahma Adam Muhammad. 2 awards for the Master of Arts in Environment, Development and Peace. Abdurrahim Muhammad. Abdurrahman Mahmoud Abdiwahid. Abdurizak Mursal Farah. Abdisamad Haji Ahmed Haji Diriya. Ahmed Ali Abdinur. Fardus Hussein Roble. Fardus Musa Usman. Hassan Abdi Muhammad.
هياي هادبهاد كعي وريقو قحسنايو إن بدن